Only about 1% of IELTS candidates worldwide ever achieve a Band 9 in IELTS speaking. In this video, you will hear a Band 9 flawless responses. I have guided thousands of students to Band 7, Band 8, and even Band 9 in IELTS speaking, so I know exactly what makes you get a higher score. Let's see how you can use these Band 9 responses to upgrade your own speaking performance. Part 1, Introduction and Interview. Good afternoon. My name is Angus Sean. Could you please tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. My full name is Sarah Nate, but most people just call me Sarah.
Do you work or study?
I currently work as a digital marketing specialist for a technology company based here in Barcelona. My job involves planning online campaigns, managing social media, and analyzing data to understand customer behavior. It's quite fast-paced, but I really enjoy the creativity and strategy involved.
Do you live in a flat or a house?
I live in a flat in the city center. It's on the fifth floor of a modern building with a nice balcony overlooking a small park. It's not huge, but it's cozy and perfect for one person.
Is your place shared with anyone?
No, I live alone. I used to share with flatmates during university, but now I prefer having my own space. It gives me a sense of independence and peace after a busy day at work.
What would you like to change about your current home?
If I could, I'd probably add an extra room or at least a larger workspace. Since I work from home occasionally, having a dedicated office would make me more productive and organized.
What do you usually do at home to relax?
I usually unwind by listening to music or watching documentaries. Sometimes I cook a nice meal or do yoga on my balcony in the evenings. It helps me recharge both mentally and physically.
Do you think it's better to live in the city or in the countryside?
Personally, I prefer city life because everything is within easy reach, cafes, gyms, and cultural events. But I can definitely see the appeal of the countryside for people who value peace and natural surroundings. It really depends on one's lifestyle.
Have you ever moved to a new place?
Yes, a few years ago I moved from my hometown, Valencia, to Barcelona for work. It was a big change, but adapting to a new environment taught me a lot about independence and confidence.
What is your favorite room in your home and why?
Definitely my living room. It's bright, spacious, and has a big window where sunlight pours in every morning. It's where I read, work, and relax, so it feels like the heart of my home.
Part 2, Cue card. Now I am going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to prepare. You can take notes if you want. Describe the things you dislike about one of your friends. You should say who this person is, how you became friends, what things you dislike about them, and explain how this has affected your friendship. 1 minute for preparation is over. Please begin when you are ready.
I would like to talk about my friend Lucia, whom I met during university about 7 years ago. We were both studying communications and instantly connected because we had similar interests, especially in photography and travel. Over the years, we've become quite close, and I really value her friendship. However, if I had to mention something I dislike about her, it would probably be her tendency to be a bit unreliable. She often arrives late to meetups or cancels plans at the last minute, which can be quite frustrating, especially when I've rearranged my schedule to meet her. She's also a bit forgetful, so she sometimes forgets to reply to messages or follow through on promises. That said, I know she doesn't do it intentionally. She's simply very spontaneous and often gets caught up in her own busy life. I've learned to accept that this is just part of who she is. It hasn't really damaged our friendship, but it has taught me to manage my expectations a bit better. Overall, despite these small flaws, I truly appreciate her kindness, creativity, and sense of humor, which far outweigh the negatives.
Part 3, Discussion, Abstract Topics. Why do you think friendships are important?
Friendships are vital because they provide emotional support and a sense of belonging. Having close friends allows us to share our experiences, express our feelings, and gain different perspectives on life. I think good friendships also help us stay grounded and balanced, especially during stressful times.
Is it important to have friends of different ages, such as older and younger friends?
Absolutely. Friends of different ages bring unique insights. Older friends can offer wisdom and life experience, while younger ones often bring fresh ideas and energy. This mix helps you grow as a person because you're exposed to a wider range of viewpoints.
Can friends replace family in people's lives?
In some cases, yes. For people who live far from their families, close friends often become a kind of chosen family. However, I think family relationships have a different emotional foundation that's hard to fully replace. Both play essential but distinct roles in our lives.
How do friendships change as people get older?
I think friendships become deeper, but fewer as people grow older. When we're young, friendships are often based on shared activities or convenience. Later in life, they're built on trust, shared values, and mutual understanding. The quality tends to improve even if the quantity decreases.
Do you think social media has changed the way people make friends?
Definitely. Social media has made it easier to stay connected, but it's also created more superficial connections. Many people have hundreds of online friends, but only a few genuine ones. That said, online platforms can also help people meet like-minded individuals they might never encounter otherwise.
What qualities make a friendship last for a long time?
I would say trust, empathy, and consistency. Friends who respect each other's differences, communicate openly, and make an effort to stay in touch, even during difficult times, tend to maintain lasting relationships. It's really about mutual understanding and effort from both sides.
Carefully listen to the responses analysis. Let's start with Part 1 analysis. Firstly, Sarah's response to the question regarding the job description is excellent. She naturally uses topic-related vocabulary such as analyzing data to understand customer behavior and creativity and strategy involved. Moreover, the sentence fast-paced, but I really enjoy, shows balance between challenge and satisfaction. Secondly, when asked about living alone, Sarah delivers a masterclass. She uses emotional vocabulary, for example, sense of independence and peace. Grammar-wise, Sarah uses the conditional if I could, which shows grammatical sophistication. Let's now look at Part 2. Sarah is presented with a potentially awkward topic, but watch how she handles it brilliantly. Listen to this friendship foundation. I'd like to talk about my friend Lucia, whom I met during university about 7 years ago. We were both studying communications and instantly connected because we had similar interests, especially in photography and travel. Over the years, we've become quite close, and I really value her friendship. That is a perfect setup, establishing genuine affection before mentioning flaws. Phrases such as instantly connected and I really value her friendship create a positive context essential for balanced criticism. Sarah delivers a diplomatic critique by using phrases such as, if I had to mention, would probably be, and a bit unreliable. Do you notice the hedging language softening criticism? Listen to this beautifully balanced conclusion. It hasn't really damaged our friendship, but it has taught me to manage my expectations a bit better. Overall, despite these small flaws, I truly appreciate her kindness, creativity, and sense of humor, which far outweigh the negatives. Taught me to manage my expectations. Mature self-reflection. Far outweigh the negatives, maintains proportionality. They end on positives. Kindness, creativity, and sense of humor, showing genuine affection. This is sophisticated relationship analysis. Lastly, Part 3 demonstrates exceptional analytical depth. When asked why friendships matter, Sarah uses precise psychological vocabulary such as emotional support, sense of belonging, gain different perspectives, stay grounded and balanced. She identifies both emotional and cognitive benefits of friendship. Here's nuanced perspective on friends versus family. In some cases, yes. For people who live far from their families, close friends often become a kind of chosen family. However, I think family relationships have a different emotional foundation that's hard to fully replace. Both play essential but distinct roles in our lives. Sarah acknowledges complexity rather than giving simple yes-no answer. Finally, this balanced social media critique. Definitely, social media has made it easier to stay connected, but it's also created more superficial connections. Many people have hundreds of online friends, but only a few genuine ones. That said, online platforms can also help people meet like-minded individuals they might never encounter otherwise. Superficial connections, genuine ones, like-minded individuals, precise vocabulary, distinguishing relationship depth. They present both critique, hundreds of online friends but only a few genuine, and benefit, meet like-minded individuals. Perfectly balanced analysis. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss 2 videos that I release weekly. All the best in your preparation.